In 2010, on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, at 8 p.m., I was on Martin Luther King Boulevard at an underpass where a fair number of people had been living in what we call an encampment, and they had belongings there, they had medication and IDs and so forth, and the city came in the day before and destroyed all of that. Why? Well, I can only speculate that they didn't want people seeing that there was homelessness in Baltimore in 2010 in a parade on Martin Luther King's birthday. Dr. King's life's work protested against that act, and I will tell you that when I went to that encampment, everyone who lived there was back. They were there, but their belongings were gone. They had nowhere else to go. Now that was 8 p.m. on Martin Luther King's birthday. Let me tell you where I was at 8 p.m. last night. I was under the Jones Falls Expressway with a group of people who had nowhere else to go. And they were all scared and anxious because some city workers from the Department of Public Works had come in the afternoon and started to take their belongings. Now, whether this is part of a plan, I don't know. And I've not yet seen the policy, and I'm very eager to see it. But I did hear the day before at the Leadership Advisory Group that the encampment policy is that people will get outreach services, they will have a place to go, and they will be given due warning. Now that sure didn't happen yesterday. Eager to see the policy, eager to work on the policy. But as Michelle mentioned, the way the city has addressed homeless encampments has been wildly disparate, and it's worked extremely well in some cases, and not at all well in others. And I will also tell you that on Friday morning when they destroyed the 83 encampment, and everyone had been found a place to go the night before, well, the most vulnerable person in that encampment was sitting on the sidewalk with their belongings in a trash bag, with nowhere to go. This is how we end homelessness? We need a plan to end homelessness. We need an effective plan, a plan that uses evidence-based practices, a plan based, like the original 10-year plan, on the Housing First model. The Housing First model does not tell us to destroy encampments and tell people to go to a shelter when you know that they won't and can't. That's not the Housing First model. There were, in 2011, according to the City of Baltimore, there were 2,732 people on the night of January 26th who were homeless and were either in a shelter or sleeping on the street. 2,732 people. Now, there were 937 shelter beds and they were full. They were full, which means there were 1,795 people who could not have gone to shelter if they wanted to. And that is the current situation today as far as I know, although I haven't seen the data. And I look forward to seeing the data. But we know that 16,000 times people were turned away from shelter in 2010. We know that. So we also know there isn't enough shelter, nor do we want to build more shelters. What we want is housing. What we need is housing. Do we need a plan for housing? Sure. Do we all want to work together to create affordable housing? Of course we do. Heard the Housing Commissioner say yesterday he's very eager to work on more opportunities to create affordable housing. How we do that, we don't have a plan yet, and we need one. We have an inclusionary zoning bill that doesn't work. We know it doesn't work. So let's change it, let's revise it. I know that was nightmarish the last time, but we need to do it. We need to do it. We've created no affordable housing in 5 years with an inclusionary zoning bill.
We included one. Miller's Court at 26 and a half.
And it's a lovely place. I have coffee at Charlington's all the time. But there's no affordable housing. According to HCD, there are 33,566 low-income and very low-income households in Baltimore who can't pay their rent. 33,566 households in Baltimore who cannot pay their rent. They will be evicted, and many of them are. There are more evictions today than there were when the 10-year plan was written, by the way. There were 7,000 last year, there were 5,000 in 2008. I know I need to stop. We all need to work together to make this work better. It's not working now. The first principle should be do no harm. We have to stop destroying encampments, harassing homeless people, arresting them, causing them to need expungement, and causing them to have the inability to get public assistance in public housing. That's the first issue. And the second one is, let's do the kinds of things that are in the first plan, the second plan, I don't care which plan, let's do those things to end homelessness.